A question that comes up frequently in the office is what supplements will help me control diabetes? What things can a person take other than their traditional medications? And the three things I'm asked most frequently about chromium supplements, cinnamon supplements, and magnesium. I'll focus today's video on magnesium. There's a fair amount of experimental data suggesting that magnesium has a role in glucose management. Increasing magnesium levels will improve insulin secretion, they'll improve insulin sensitivity, and thereby lower glucose levels. There's also some beneficial aspects on increasing the good cholesterol levels and decreasing inflammation, both of which are good things. Well, let's look at the studies. There have been 9 published studies in people with diabetes who were given magnesium for periods ranging anywhere from 4 weeks to 14 weeks. What they found was a fairly consistent, although modest, reduction in fasting sugar levels and an increase in the good cholesterol, the HDL. 5 of those studies also looked at hemoglobin A1C levels. This is the measurement of your average sugar over the past 3 months. Although hemoglobin A1C levels decreased by 0.3%, this wasn't significant. In other words, the investigators couldn't determine if this was due to the magnesium or just a chance finding. There have been 5 studies looking at people with prediabetes who are given magnesium supplementations. And what those studies found is that 100 milligrams of magnesium per day reduced progression to diabetes by around 15%. So interesting finding. Nonetheless, when you compare it to a lifestyle change, it's really dwarfed by the impact you can have with that. In the diabetes prevention trials, if you lost 5 to 7% of your starting weight, your progression to diabetes was reduced by 60%. What to do? Well, I think the best thing to do is to get the magnesium through your diet. Magnesium supplementations, especially if they're large amounts, can have some significant risks. These can range from uncomfortable diarrhea to very serious kidney toxicity. So it's best to get the magnesium in your diet, and you can do that through green leafy vegetables, through nuts, and through whole grains. An example is half a cup of spinach gives you around 80 milligrams of magnesium. So that's basically the amount that was studied in the prevention trials where it had about a 15% reduction in progression to diabetes. In general, the Mediterranean diets, which I covered in another video blog, are going to give you good amounts of magnesium. So get the magnesium through the diet, increase your green vegetable intake, and it should have a significant impact on both your sugar levels, and if you don't have diabetes, your risk of progressing to diabetes. This is Dr. Michael Dempsey from Endocrine and Metabolic Consultants.